Easy team. Oh, been a while, hasn't it, guys? It's not through lack of fishing at all. Let me just spin you around a bit. It's I might as well keep the rods in the shot. So yeah, you've caught me on the back of a very frustrating little period of fishing. It's yeah, I've been struggling, I'll tell you, over the last 2 or 3 weeks, perhaps even a month. It's been that long and that many blanks that I can't remember the last time I caught a fish, to be fair. I had a little flurry of fish when the weather broke, sort of beginning of March or mid-March or whenever it was. And then I've had dropped a few fish and had a couple of unlucky experiences, to tell you the truth. And it's made me go home fruitless most fucking sessions since then. It's all started when I was fish toilet. And I dropped a fish in toilet and I stayed in toilet because it was literally fucking 3 minutes into my session. And I thought, oh, there must be something that's going to come back. But they didn't. They just departed and I ended up blanking. And then I've done another couple of sessions in toilet, just hard blanks. Cold nights though, proper cold nights. But yeah, just sheer hard, bleepless blanks. And then I dropped in another weekend in there, done a few hours, and I weren't feeling it at all. And I dropped in here, sat in here for the night. I've got the rods out about 11 o'clock, something like that. Blanked overnight, and there's the bait boat blog, wasn't it? That was that one. And I see a fish jump over the sort of the back here. I've got a rig at it, and managed to get a run a couple of hours later, just before I had to go home. And I got it out to the middle of the lake, and it fell off. So that's 2 losses. And then I've just had a couple of funny experiences. What's that? Oh, it's just a light catching the grey. So yeah, I dropped in toilet. I think it was in the week, and when I fish toilet and I just underarm them in, I just use little 1/2 ounce, 1.5 ounce leads. They're tiny little square bombs, and I just underarm them in, and they literally go plop, and you can just about feel them down. But you can, because you're only fishing short range. So I threw 3 rigs out, felt them down lovely. And then what I do is I put the rod tip in the water and I just sink the line and get the line out of the way. Because if you get a run and you've got lines up in the water, it does cause a bit of carnage. But if you just drop the lines down, you can play them over the lines and play them over the other rods that are still fishing. Anyway, the night sort of passed eventless. And I woke up in the morning, I just sort of peered out. And there's a lot of fizzing over my right hand rod. The one that's had the 3 bites on since. And I thought, fucking here we go. I was getting ready for it, and the fizzing just fucking receded and stopped. It was about an hour before I had to go, so I didn't want to pull the rod in, because as soon as you pull a rod in, if it's fish in the vicinity, it's fucking game over, isn't it? But so I left it about an hour, and nothing happened. It was time to go. I pulled the rod in, and it was caught on a little baby fucking reed stem about this big. So what must have happened is I've flopped it in, felt it down, and I've been using the foam of late because the water's a little bit warmer now. The foam's come up, and then what I do is I just fucking dart 10 boilies at it. The foam's come off, and then the rig's obviously fucking shot forward, as they do, on like a stiff boom, and just caught on this fucking reed. So it's been hung up all night without me knowing. So then obviously the fish has come in and gone, fucking mug, at the rest, and then fucking done one. Sent me for a fucking right hot dog. Fuck's sake. So that's another chance, I'd say. If I was sitting pretty, I'd have had one. So that's 3 I've missed out on now. Definite carp feeding. I've seen enough in there to know the difference. And then I think I had another blank in there or something, another cold night. The weather's been it's been a bit creepy in it this year. It's sort of like all that sort of warm in the day. It's still been cold overnight. There's not been many double figure nights, is there? But I guess we're still early, aren't we? Easy to get carried away. So so this bank holiday weekend, there's been no one here apart from me, which is mind-boggling. Which, to be fair, does make it a little bit harder. In fact, because if there's people fishing, it tends to move the fish around. If there's no one else fishing, if you can find them, great. But if you can't see nothing, they're not going to move. So, as a consequence, I've been struggling this weekend as well. The first night I went in toilet for a few hours again, weren't feeling it. I jumped in Kev's. The wind was hacking down here, really cold, sort of drizzly, and I weren't feeling it at all. Although this was the back of the wind, it was howling through the trees. But in front of Kev's looked ideal for a bite. It's because it's a little bit deeper around the Kev's. It's a bit sheltered. I thought, no, we're going to jump in Kev's. So so I jumped in Kev's for the night. Fucking woke up, nothing, no occurrences or anything. I fucking looked out the bivvy, and my right hand rod bobbins are on the floor. Because you're fishing sort of 40 yards out or whatever, I always have the bobbins on, a bit similar to what I've got them here. It's just lower than sort of half mast, enough to get an indication if you get a drop back. But so I was looking at it, and the line was limp. I was thinking, what the fuck? Someone had an investigation and all the rest of it, and pulled in my rod without a lead. So all I can think that's happened is because I've just switched to these hybrid lead clip leaders, and I've never used this product before. I normally use helicopters on here, but I've just got the feeling that in the winter a helicopter can sort of lose you a few bites because there's a hell of a lot of movement in the rig, in the setup. So I've switched to lead clips on with tubing, and that's how I've been catching the fish. But I do like to use a leader in here because I love a dive in the bushes, you know. I thought I'll get some safe zone leaders, but lead clip versions, and then I'll feel a bit happier with that. And what I didn't fucking realise is, because I always put them on 2 serrations, okay, which is just there, but it needs more. It's fucking nothing on a lead clip. I should have checked. So what's gone on is picked it up and he shook his head, the lead's flown off. For whatever reason that's beyond me, I haven't had an indication my end, and it's just sat out in the pond with the rig in its mouth without a lead. Obviously spent God knows how long, got rid of it, and fucking swam off. So that's another one that I've been mugged off with. Again, my own fault. I should have checked it. Obviously, once the incident happened, I checked these, and these need about four serrations. Is the resistance, which I'm sort of happy with. But yeah, user error cost me there. So that's 4 now. 4 chances at least, you know, that I should have had a fish. And yet I'm sat here fucking fruitless. So feeling a little bit down in the dumps when we're fishing at the minute. I should have a few more than on the old chalkboard than I have, just through sort of bad luck and getting a bit mugged off and yeah. So this is the 4th night I'm down. Again, there's no one here. I've been putting a little bit of bait in here. Not a lot, because obviously I'll go home in the day and I'm not sure whether someone's going to turn up. So I don't want to fucking fill it in. Someone turns up, they're fishing over my bait, or it ruins their session. So I've just been putting a couple of catapults just by the tree and in the pads. Not a lot. Literally 2 catapults of 10 mils, 12 mils, which is quite a few baits, but not overboard. And I've been doing that consistently on the 3 nights that I've been down here. But I hadn't felt sort of comfortable fishing until tonight, because it's a lot warmer today. The sun's been beating here, and it feels right tonight. I've had a good walk round as well, and I spent a good sort of 10 minutes in each swim. And Kev still looks dead, toilet looks dead, suicide's just not feeling it. So it's a toss up between bridge and dugout, but I feel like if there's fish in dugout, you can pick them off from the left hand side of this swim from that tree. So it gives me more options to fish. Although I don't get to fish the left hand side, but I can fish the pads down here, the reeds down here. and obviously the pads in the middle. There's a lot more pads than what are showing at the minute. It just gives me some options. So that's about where we are really. So this is the rig in question. It's just a little medium curve, 15mm pop-up, just topped with half a bit of fake corn, 7-inch boom, onto a quick link, one of those reverse pairs onto the safe zone leader. Now, it does feel like you're ramming it on, yeah, which I'm not used to, but it just comes off ever so easy. It's obviously a newer design, because must be said the lead clips that I've been using have been in my bag about fucking 15 years. So yeah, you have got to sort of pull it on a wee bit further than I would normally, but see that on an old system, the lead's not fucking coming off. On this one, it's straight off, mate. It must be the suppleness in the tail rubber. But yeah, that's the rig I'm going with on all three tonight. It'd be at the safe zone leaders on the other ones, a silt. This one's clear. And then you've got your little tungsten bit until your end knot there, a metre long. So that's what I'm going with tonight. The rig's exactly the same as what I normally use. That's what I catch on. So yeah, I've just got one more to put out. It's going just in the middle of those pads. That's why I just put a bit of bait out as well. It's a little bit cleaner out there. So as a rule, Charlie's is weedy, paddy, round the edge it's dead leaves, silty. So when I say clean, it's cleaner. All right. It's still shitty. You still need pop-ups. But I'm yet to find a hard bit of gravel in Charlie's. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to get this rod out and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. So I reckon I can handle that. I've already put the foam on. Ooh. I reckon I can handle that as a guess. I don't need to be clipping up and all the rest of it. We can handle that. It's just in between them two bits of pad. It's only a gentle one. And that, pull it back. Oh, that was lovely. And that, guys, is that rod in. I'm going to separate that bank stick, and I think I'm going to put a bank stick here rather than having an arc, because I need a straight line to that. And it looks like there may be a few fucking carp fucking feeding there, you know. Interesting. Didn't see those earlier. Right, guys, had a bit of a mic malfunction. We did. I banged on for about fucking 5 minutes, done a couple of short sections of blog, and then realised the mic had gone flat, so it's just charging, so you have to bear with me. It's not me for sorts now, because I don't know where I was. You know, not being professional and all that. But no, so as you can see, I'm just doing a bit of pike fishing. for tonight. Rods all over the swim. Like no, pike fishing, they've got to be fucking 3 foot off the floor, haven't they? That's pike fishing. Why is that? Why do pike fishermen have their rods so far off the floor? I know why. Because they're not fucking tackle tarts like fucking us lot. That's fucking why. They have it so it's fucking efficient and fucking easy. We just have it so it looks good. But no, and seriously, all seriousness, when you're fishing to pads or a snag or whatever, you want your rod pointing at it, it's no good. If I'd have put this rod on here and fished it to them pads, by the time that fucking rod buckles round, it took a tiny bit off the clutch, that's made it to the pads. You've got 6 foot of travel there as that buckles round. So where I can, I'll always point the rod towards the rig. If you're fishing to snags or pads or anything, you need to keep a carp out of the clutch is pretty tight. It's not rock solid. I don't want it pulling the fucking rod in because we're not fishing that far out, but it's tight enough to slow it down. But I see there's a couple of reeds having a fucking wobble over there as well, just behind where I popped that bait. So it's looking good. I dug out the old Micron digital for this one. When I bought the Delkims, I didn't bother selling the Micron digitals because they're not really worth a lot. I thought, there's no point in fucking selling them. I might as well just keep them for the boy when he gets older. So I just kept them, and I just set them up on a little sort of stalking setup, and it's coming ideal for tonight. I've got 2 receivers. That sounds extravagant, but I might as well fucking use it, do the job. As I say, the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks has been hard work, so I want to get it about right. You know, this is like the last roll of the dice tonight, till obviously till the next session. But no, this is the last night of the bank holiday weekend, so and everything I feels pucker. So I know there's fish in the area. I know the rigs are good. That one went out a fucking treat. It felt lovely. And that's where I put the bait over the last few days. So fingers crossed, guys. I've just seen someone. You might even be able to see it. It's just over here. It's look at the reeds. It's over here. You can't see it, can you? Geezer's just turned up in dugout. He's slippering a microcat out. He thinks I can't fucking see him. But yeah, he's put 2 rigs over towards those pads, and the other rig is dropped just down by those reeds there. So I should keep an eye on that tonight, and if it gets a run, you know where I'm fishing next time. Got to be fucking craftier than that, mate. Good effort. Right, guys, we're starting to lose the light now. I reckon we've got about 20 minutes, and all I'll be seeing is silhouettes. It's literally like a fucking mill pond now. What a contrast from the last few days. I've had a few liners on the lefties over towards the tree in the deeper water. It's a couple of foot deep, deeper than where I'm. This one's on 5 foot, this one's on about 7.5 foot. 2 different levels. I don't know whether me throwing that lead in has disturbed the fish. I probably should have used the little boat. But I didn't notice the fizzing, literally, until I lobbed it in. And I see a couple of patches of fucking fizzing. So I might have fucking shifted them off somewhat, but that's the beauty of the little boat. You can just slipper it out there and drop it in amongst them, and they're none the fucking wiser. But it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. My fucking shoulder, guys. I've had a sore shoulder. I went away for a few days on holiday. We went to down near Cromer, up near Cromer somewhere. in this little farmhouse sort of thing. There wasn't really a lot to do other than go to the beach with the kids and that. But I took the van so I could do some work, some maintenance fishing, because I knew I was going to have some time on my hands. So I re-spooled the reels on these three, because one of them jobs I can't stand doing. But it was overdue, so it was time for a change. So I'm going to put the same up back on. I use Cassette Pro 18 0.30. That's what I use. Never really bothered with that. But the old stuff I put on a set of 550s I bought, because I want to get myself a little set of 10 footers. And these three and the other three, I worked it out, and it's literally, I put on sort of 3,000 fucking yards of line on, like in one hit, and it's fucking wrecked my shoulder. Something rotten. I mean, it made it ache when I done it, but the next day I was like, fucking hell, what's that on my shoulder? And it took me a couple of days to suss it, and that's what it is. It's fucking winding them fuckers on. Why do they hold so much fucking line? And I've got fucking spool reducers on them. Fucking horrendous amount of line on them. But now we're sitting with brand new line. Not even had a carp on. Gutted. But yeah, I want to get myself some 10 footers. I've been sort of looking about, you know, you got the Kaizens, haven't you? Called the Kaizens 10 foot 2-piece. You got the scopes, retractables, TX2s, TX4s. I mean, these are TX Ultras, the intensity version. These are. I got these X display, and these have been fantastic. I love these. They're pucker. But so I might just save me pennies and buy some TX4s. I like the baby version of these, but 10 footers, because I don't want to be. I don't know. I've got the reels, but I wouldn't say they're burning a hole in my pocket. But I just don't want to go out and buy some Kaizens 10 footers and sort of fucking not be happy with them, because these things, I mean, I bought Max Display, but when they were new, fucking 12 years ago or whatever, they were like fucking £700 a rod. They're proper fucking money. And obviously I didn't pay that. I didn't have any cloth bags with them, so they were cheaper. I got all three of them when they first come out, or a year after. I think they were fucking like £1,000 or something like that, and I was like, I'm having them. And they've been fucker ever since. But so yeah, I've always had Shimano rods, so I might just save up the pennies. I mean, they're not too bad. They're not nowhere near as dear as these fucking things. I wouldn't have two sets that dear. But I don't want to buy some cheap ones and have them a bit fucking floppy and a bit limp and not be happy with them and having to sell them, and then just end up buying ones that I want that are better. Buy cheap, buy twice, they say, don't you? But so I'll probably go for the TX4s, a couple of them with the 550s. The 550s are like the mini versions of these. These are 14,000s. They're like a mini version. But yeah, for like the toilet and some other little swims around an orchard, and for the Millbrook and that, you just need little 10 footers. You don't need these fucking great things. So that's the plan. But yeah, nice evening. Hadn't seen a fish jump though, other than earlier. Just behind them set of pads over there, I see one flop out. But nothing sort of in the close proximity. But I had a few liners, which is a lot more I've had in the last fucking few days. So here's open. Team, guess what? Another quiet night for me, which surprises me, to be fair. There was I mean, it wasn't a quiet night. I had a couple of liners on these two by the tree, The one by them pads has been dead silent. Press me lobbing that lead in, they were like, fucking hell. And they fucking shifted off. But I did hear a couple of wallops in the night. And I say these two have been, I wouldn't say active, but they've been knocking now and again. And one of them had quite a hefty pull and drop. So I think something investigated it, or something was in the vicinity. But for whatever reason, probably being spring being the reason, and I went up for what I was offering. So we're fruitless again. I need to take up golf. I've been up since about 6:30. I've seen one fish jump behind where I put that rig, a couple of groups of pads behind it, probably about 20 yards behind it. But it has sort of woken up in the last sort of half an hour. When I woke up, it was fucking dead calm, and now there's like roach jumping and there's a fish boshed, and it has woken slightly, but I guess you never know. I've got about an hour left, hour and a half perhaps. Probably string it out to like 8:30, but I've got to get back, so which is kind of annoying, because I think if I could stay till lunchtime, I reckon that then fish will be back down here. But it's what it is, isn't it? Perhaps I need to turn pro so I can go fishing all the time, innit? However, I'm not going to earn too much money, am I? So, with Facebook, right, I was on monetisation on Facebook, not on Carpy page. I was on another page, it's like a car page, and but because it's me, everything's linked, right? So I run a car page, and last year I've done a month where I earned 516 quid, right? Just posting videos and shit, right? And but because the pages are linked, I said something on my Honest Carpy blogs page which I didn't fucking agree with, and they banned my monetisation across the board, right? I was like, fucking whatever. I can't remember what I did, but I obviously said something out of place or posted something I shouldn't have done. I can't remember, but they banned my fucking monetisation for the pages. Anyway, so last month, or whenever it fucking was, they allowed me back in because I've been a good boy. It's fucking bullshit, isn't it? And anyway, on my Carpy blogs page last month, I earned 19p because I don't bother with it. You know, it's not fucking. It was just a fluke, a couple of months of flukiness. There's no way that I'm going to earn any money off doing this. It just isn't going to fucking happen. I mean, let's get realistic. So yeah, looks like I'll be going home for 8:30 for a long time. But yeah, my fucking shoulder's still fucking aching. Twat. Oh, fucking early in the morning, fucking stiffing it. So yeah, fuck all on not a bleep. Well, mind you, I'm not expecting a bleep on the right hand rod, to be fair, because I'm using a stow bobbin on the right hand rod, quite tight, and it's quite a light bobbin, so you're not going to get up and down is on it. You're just going to get a ripper. The bobbin's going to come off. That's going to fucking let me know I've got a bite, because you tend to get too many beeps when you're fishing a tight line, dear. But I'd rather sacrifice the liners on that to know if it's a bite. So that's why I'm using a stow bobbin on that one. And on these two, I've got sort of heavier bobbins that slide up and down the line, so they can come up and down and tell me that I've got liners. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to give it an hour, and or whatever it is, and I'll catch up just before I go. Getting weedy. All right, guys. That's the last rod pulled in. It's time to shoot the hoop and get home. It's yeah, that's all weekend. Fruitless. stay on their mind. That's what keeps us coming back, isn't it, at the end of the day? But yeah, so sorry, it's just been me banging on, you know, not much has happened, has it, in this session? But can't really help that, can I? So thanks for watching, guys. It's been a joy to catch up. It's been a while. I'll see you on the next one.